medicine. It don't always taste good, but it'll get you better. You need this medicine. It ain't gonna always taste good, but this is what you need. Men and women, bottom line, we need to have the conversation. Your partner wants to give up control, but only if you know how to drive. This is about being the best you could ever be, whoever you are. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, LGBTQ, space aliens. I'll save anybody. I don't care. I'll teach a hedgehog how to have a threesome.
What do you mean by that?
Look, you don't have to listen to me, but you're wrong. Listen, I know I'm great. And I know you're thinking, Dante, there's no way I could be like you. But you could be me, you know why? Because you know who I was? Before I was me, I was you.
Man School 202. Better hear what I've got to say because you won't get it again.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't.
Yeah. GYBB gets the balls back. WWDD. What would Dante do? The sexual revolution being podcasted, and I am excited. Yeah, happy Father's Day, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Let's get into it. We got a short show tonight. I got shows tonight. So I put out a blast. If y'all keep in mind, just check with your YouTube or whatever. I've been putting blasts out to let you know what time I'm going live. Wanted to make sure I went live earlier today, so we got in some time and get some questions in. I've really been trying to do that. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and all the mothers that are, messed around with some bootleg dude who has to be mother and father. Shout out to them too. We in the building. It's good to be here, man. Good to be here. I'm happy. Spoke to my little dude this morning. Wish I was there, but he was at the farm hanging out with Holmes the hog. So that's all good. Phone lines, let me just check the phone lines real quick. Make sure we're in the building. Who's in the comments? If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Dwayne Rhodes, thank you so much. Gave me a super chat. Don't never speaks too much. He drops gems. Thank you, brother. Thank you for Dwayne Rhodes. Man, that's a nice gesture on Father's Day. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You play yourself. Z&D Harmonies in the chat. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat. Rob Stagger, Fit Guinness, all in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me good, please. I want to make sure the sound's good. People are filling up on the live. Thank you so much. Thanks for the Dwayne. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. A little hard being here without my little man, but let's help people. Dante, can you make, let me see, what is it? Honey Giori, yes. Can you make WhatsApp calls available? Why, can you not call on the Google Voice? Are you sure? I don't know if I could do both on this program, but I will definitely look into it. But I think because I'm using one system, but never, who knows? Let me, I promise I will look into it. Huni Giori? I hope that's right. I hope I'm not botching the name. Thanks. Woeful Average 8, thank you for the thumbs up on that. Let me know that the sound quality is good. Let me just check the phones, make sure we're good with the phones, and then we can go. We can get busy. Let's see.
Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Yeah. Let's see how we're doing here. Google Voice calls. Yes, we are in the building. Okay. All right, phone lines are open, y'all. Phone lines are open. Call in whenever you're ready. I had a good week. Was looking forward to doing this. I got a couple extra shows, so I had to kind of do it a little bit earlier than usual. I don't know. Let me know too if earlier works for y'all. That would be cool too. But yeah, man, a lot on my mind. I constantly feel. Sometimes I feel a little discouraged because I feel like, well, at least I used to. I used to feel discouraged because of the fact that I feel like y'all not listening to me. When I do these consultations, I feel like you guys are not listening to me. And then I was getting upset about that because of the fact that I feel like I say a lot of the same things over and over again. Man, it's hot. Hold on, let me see. Forget it. I'll just suffer. I feel like I say. I feel like I say the same things over and over again, and I feel like then when I do the consultations, a lot of times people don't listen. They don't do they don't do what I say. They're not great listeners, and I'm actually becoming a better listener, and I'm becoming a better listener because of you guys and you ladies, because of the fact that when you speak to me, I'm really trying to I'm trying to teach these things. Okay, Hyoga's got a question real quick on the thing. Let me see. If a girl crosses a lot of sites with me at work, then she's stopped doing it. What happened? I just ignored her the other day. Here's I think what happened. A lot of times when you guys are asking me these really specific questions about your particular situation, I'm not in. I mean, if I was in the situation, if it was me involved in the situation, then I could make an adjustment or give a perspective. But to be honest, a lot of times there's so much. How should I put it? Nuance to something like that. That I can't really give you an answer when that's. You have to understand that a lot of times women's attention wanes back and forth. It just kind of happens. That just like you, then they don't like you because they're accessible, because it's, their emotions are changing and their perspective is changing. What you have to do overall is you have to maintain your. Let me put that question up too, so y'all can know that I wasn't just reading it crazy. You have to understand that you have to maintain your framework. If you maintain your framework, right? If there's any attraction at all, if they're interested in you in any way, shape, or form, they will come back. I got a lot of, like a lot of women that I dated in my 20s, and they in their 50s, and they be like old broads be swinging back around. Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to see how you was doing, and just, yeah, really, oh, wow, how good to hear from you. Oh, my daughter graduated from college, and, I'm divorced now, and it's just, I'm just, empty nest syndrome, blah, 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 blah. And I'm usually like, hey, all right, give me some butt. Give me some butt. We all know what this call is about. I have made an impression upon you when we were 20. This is 30 years later, and you are checking in to see if you could get the hammer. So let's not beat around the bush. We are too old to be beating around the bush. Give me some butt. The hammer's ready. Still works. The hammer's ready. So there's that. So there's that. What's up, Xavier? What's up, Dwayne? Thank you. Dwayne's heavy in the chat. So I wanna just point out that you have to understand something. Women don't make themselves available to you for no reason. Eye contact, there's a reason. I'm not saying you have to read into it, but I want nobody who is afraid of you or finds you creepy or finds you dangerous or if if you cause them to have that ick, none of them women will not they will not be available to you. You know? They will not make themselves available to you. You got to understand that. If a woman makes herself available to you, there's one of two things. She's interested, or if she's not interested, then what is she, in essence, what she's saying? She doesn't see you as an entity or a threat or nothing. She's just very comfortable, which, that also is a kiss of death, too. When you're in a situation where a woman just doesn't even, I'm not saying be careful in the sense of the fact that she feels that it's dangerous, but she should also have the apprehension of the fact if I give him the wrong idea, I could get the business. I mean, and I understand that that's a fine line where you're safe, but you're not a joke. That makes sense. You don't want to make somebody feel so safe that they're like, oh, he ain't going to do nothing. You don't want to end up in that friend zone situation. Phone lines are open, 929-269-4922. Call in. The lines are up. I'm only here. I don't know how long I'm doing, y'all. I'm probably going to do an hour and 15. So if there's anything on your mind, call me, hit me up as quickly as possible. 929-269-4922. That's the number. The number's up. Lines are up. Lines are open. I'm trying to think. I also, time and time again after we talk about the principles, authenticity, credibility, and empathy, I'm going to keep saying it. Okay, we got a call. Let's see what we got going on here.
Jelani Reed.
Jelani, what's going on?
Hey, Dante, how you doing?
What's going on, bro? All the way from the UK. I love it.
Come on. South London finest, come on.
Where you calling from? What part of UK?
So the Borough Lewisham, down about South London.
South London. Dope, man. Dope.
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
Good to me. All right, bro. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, man, I've been listening to your show for a while and it's really helped out. So, the only thing I've been having issues with, I'm a pretty attractive guy, so a lot of scenarios where, I've been a bit more confident to pick up on eye contact or, little, body behaviors on more girls. But the thing I have an issue with, I can talk to them, I can chat to them. When it comes to maybe, say, on a night out and feeling confident to ask them for, a one-night stand or even, being on holidays where, the girls have been vibes and
Jelani, I lost you, man. Call me back, please. Let me see if I can call you back. That would be even cool if I could call you back. Let's see. Nah, you're going to have to call me back. I don't know why I can't call you. Oh, here it is. Let's see.
Enough credit to make this call. Go to voice settings and add credit to your Google Voice account.
Okay. Hold and accept. Hold on. Call me back. Call me back, Jelani. Please.
This call. Go to.
I don't know. I don't know what they mean by credit. I guess I got to add some money to do a UK call. So I guess I'm going to have to work on this WhatsApp thing. Jelani, call me back. Phone lines are open, y'all. 929-269-4922. I also want to say when I see guys and they have these sticking points where the sticking points are such that they get so far and then there's a sticking point that they can't get past with a young lady. Understand something. The way that you get good at this is through practice. There's nothing you could do that practice won't help. Fair enough that you might need some guidance when it comes to this. But overall, you're still in a situation where you got to practice. You got to be aware. I'm hoping this is him. Yeah, this is Jelani again.
Sorry.
To accept, press 1.
Yo. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I on the show?
Yeah, you are. Talk to me, bro.
Oh, fantastic, mate. I love you that you're a fucking legend. Let me ask you this real quick, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't figure this out. Hoping you can help me.
Sure.
So if I manage to pull a girl back, to mine,
Yeah.
and I have sex with her,
Yes.
I tend to fall in love so quickly, like instantly, man.
But
What's up?
that is why because you don't have a lot of options. Do you understand?
Oh, fuck me. You're so true. That's true.
It's you don't have a lot of options. It's like anything else. Anything when there is a if you just understand basic supply and demand. When you have short supply, anything that you have short supply of is something that you cherish in a great way. You understand? So when you have less options, everything that you have is important. When you have an abundance of things, and that's why. What's your name, real quick? And you calling from London too, or no?
Yeah, I'm coming from England as well. Yeah, London.
That's
Huni
awesome.
Yori, I messaged you, but I couldn't make the Google call, so I just bought credit, man. It's worth it 100%, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'm not sure how that works, but I guess I'll figure it out. But what I'm saying is, here's what I would say. I gotta put you on my program. You gotta do a consultation when you get a chance. I'll put you on the program. We gotta open you up so that you have more options, so that you're not every time you get some girl that you fall in love with because this is the only option you have. You understand? It's just that simple. When you have more options, it allows you to be more selective. It allows you to be more just to be cooler about it, so that you're not thirsty. And then when you come off as thirsty, then the girl usually leaves anyway, because in essence, your eagerness to be with them it says to her that you don't think you're worthy of being in her presence, if that makes sense.
Yes, being too available is never good.
Too available, but you're available because you don't have options. And the only way you get options, you could do a consultation with me, and I'll put you on the plan, and we'll, whatever. I don't know what your finances are, but we'll figure it out. We'll stretch it out. But you got to have the only thing that fixes that is more options. Okay?
Thank you. Would you allow me to ask you 2 more quick questions?
Give me one more.
All right. Which one to choose? All right. So I managed to pull another girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that into her, but everything's going great.
That is why it's going great, because you're not that into her.
Yes. Now here's the thing. If I get horny, do I ever message her if I want to fuck, or do I just wait for her to come through?
No, you have to live in your space. But what happens if you do have options, then you can message her, and if she says no, then you have another option. Do you understand? You're like the thing about pickup artist stuff is they teach you the tricks, right? But the bottom line is, if you're not really that dude, a woman is going to see through the tricks, because it's inauthentic. The reason why you're nonchalant about something is because you understand what your value is, and your ability to create options when you ever want makes you calm. When you don't have options, that's when you're nervous about what decisions, and this is why. So you have to. It's just something you have to do. The pickup artists teach you the tricks of the parlor tricks. I'm teaching you how to be the guy that you want to be, so that you can get ultimately maintain the goals and the happiness that you want to maintain, whatever that is.
So when you follow the path of honesty and staying true to how you feel within your gut and emotions,
yes,
and try and use that, to get laid or whatever. What's the fine line between?
Stop. You got to understand this. You're not doing that to get laid. You're doing that because that's the righteous way that you should act. You understand? It ultimately ends up getting you laid, but that's not the reason. The reason is even more important than the fact that you do it. You see, you have to be the person that you are. which is the first principle. The first principle is authenticity. But you got to understand, if you're a dirtbag, right? If you're a dirtbag, then we're gonna know
That will
that.
be it.
Yeah. You're on a, you're gonna be a dirtbag anyway. They're gonna see that you're a dirtbag. You gotta not be a dirtbag. And it's all, understand something. It's okay to say to somebody, "Hey, I'm horny. I like you. I want you to come by." And it's okay for her to say no, if it's honest. The problem, what makes you a dirtbag, is the fact that you're being deceptive. Does that make sense?
I understand. So if a woman is asking me, "Hey, what are we gonna do?" Should I message we're gonna fuck, or should I just say, we're gonna hang out and see what happens?
I mean,
are both correct?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's correct? I mean, I know you want to fuck, but I gotta understand. I'm assuming that if you're calling her, you're assuming that you've already slept with her, right?
It depends. What I'm trying is to stay true with be honest with myself,
right,
and express that towards others as well.
But,
this is who I am. It's the process.
I think if you're honest about it, I think it works either way. I don't. That doesn't mean you have to be crude, though. Do you know what I'm saying?
So I should soften it. Instead of saying, "Hey, listen, I want to fuck you,"
because let's be honest.
I could say, "Hey,
let's be honest. If she comes over and she's giving you a hard time, and she's she's arguing with you, and it's a bad situation, you're not gonna have sex with her anyway, right?
Yes.
So what I'm saying, and it is a matter of let's see what's gonna happen. Your intention is that you like her and you probably want to have sex. But the point is, it's sort of like somebody saying, well, are you into a relationship? Well, like, here's the thing. If you want, let's say you're a guy who's not monogamous, right? And you say,
yes,
"Hey, I'm not monogamous." And she says, "Would you ever have a girlfriend?" Yeah, you can have a girlfriend if she's not monogamous, if she doesn't mind the polyamory. But the point is, what a lot of times what women will do is they will box you in the corner first. They want to make sure that their footing is stable, even if they don't like you. So it's like,
what do you mean by that?
So say she has no intention on having a relationship with you, right?
Yes.
But she wants to secure the fact that you're a guy who wants marriage, who wants a relationship, who's monogamous. You understand what I'm saying? Even when she hasn't decided whether she likes you or not. You understand? So if you're exhibiting the fact...
I'm confused. This one's confusing me.
Okay, let's say this woman has no intention on having sex with you, right?
Yes.
But you've shown yourself that, like, maybe she knows you and she knows that you have some options when it comes to women, right? She will ask you questions that try to back you into the fact that you're gonna be monogamous. Well, would you ever? You're a hoe, and I would never deal with you. And then make you say, well, no, I'm gonna be monogamous. I would do this. She wants to get you to say what she wants you to say so she can feel comfortable, even if she has not decided whether or not she wants you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not even sure about you, but she wants a commitment from you, even though she's not even sure about you. Women, let me explain something. Women don't like rejection. Men are built for the rejection. We get rejected all the time, right? It's part of being a man. If you're a man, you get rejected. That's just the way it is, Women are not accustomed to the rejection. Rejection is hurtful and it's hard. A lot of the problems of what's going on now is a lot of times guys have moved out of the game, right? Because of the fact that because they're afraid of the rejection, right? They don't want to be rejected. That's what the incels is. That's what the Proud Boys are. That's all those dudes who are those weird dudes that they've decided, well, I don't have to put up with this. But what they're really saying is, I'm afraid of being rejected, So you gotta, so just be honest, and then you could, and you'll be fine. And if, like I said, like I was taking the other cat that called me from England, if you're having a problem creating more options, just do a one-on-one with me. Do a one-on-one with me, and I'll teach you. It's not hard. Let me say this. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy, but it's easy, but it's simple. It's simple, but it's not easy. Put it like that. If that makes sense. Simple things to
I
do,
understand.
but you gotta make the sacrifice to get good at it. That makes sense.
That makes so much sense.
All right, brother. I'll speak to you soon. I'm gonna be out.
Thank you so
I'll be
much.
out in the UK in August too. So
What for?
I'll be doing comedy out there. So I'm gonna holler at you.
Oh shit! I'm gonna buy a ticket, man. Dante,
Yeah.
you're a legend. You're a literal gold, my man. Thank you so
brother.
much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Later.
you.
I'm sorry to everybody else who was calling in. Call back, man. I got you. The phone lines are back open. I'm not sure how that works. How the international. I think I gotta buy some credits or something. This is new. We had 2 London calls back to back. But I want to say this. It's unfortunate that when you, in order to, it's sort of like a rich man who has 20 loaves of bread under his arm is just more confident than somebody whose stomach is hurting of hunger pains. So it's we got a call. Let me see. They rolling in now. Bam.
To accept.
What's up? Who am I speaking with? Where you calling from?
This is Jim. I'm calling from Atlanta.
What's up, Jim? And you know what? Let me just say this for the record. Anybody's listening. I'm going to stop asking your name. I'm going to just ask you where you're calling from in case people want to be anonymous or whatever.
No, you good, brother. Long time listener. Also, I love the books in the background. Shake Aunt D up, all that stuff you got back there. Much love, brother.
Oh, yeah. I got a couple of new ones that just came in. So, I got a lot of reading to do. But what's going on? How can I help you, fam?
Okay. I'm good with the women. You know what I mean? Usually always good. There's no problem with me talking to women or anything else. But I had a question because this might be more your forte.
Okay.
So I ran through a few stud muffins and stuff. You know, they come to me when they want something. But I got they would call,
what do you mean by stud muffins? What does that mean?
Gay women who are, I guess, more masculine
Oh,
and sometimes
studs?
want to have sex with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
so are they studs where they actually date women, or they come through? They are they like swing both ways?
This studs, but this one I got right now, she's, I guess, what they call a femme.
Okay.
So she said I took her out to the bar or whatever. We work on some stuff on a professional level.
Okay.
But recently I just went to the bar with her. Like she has a girlfriend. She's been with her for 2 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's the femme, but I could tell she's really feeling me. And I didn't really know, you know what I mean? Like, because she's always talking to me, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
We talk outside of work. She's texting me or whatever.
Okay.
But I went out with her and we went to a little hookah spot and smoked a hookah or whatever.
Okay.
Chit-chatted, talked for a while. And that's when I got to know her. My question is, I took her back to the crib and she was just there for a quick second and then she left. When do I go in for the kill on this femme? Because she's not used to men. She's only been with 5 men in her entire life. But I could tell from the way she's always texting me that she's feeling me and she feels comfortable around me.
Have you? Okay, so you're taking her out. Have you ever? Was there any physical contact?
No. This is all new, bro. This is all new. So it was
new?
professional.
Oh, so this has been new. All right. So
yeah, this is the first time I went out with her. I didn't go strong on her when we went out. I was just being real smooth, getting to know her, talking to her. Tell me about your family, your life, yada yada.
I think you gotta go. I'm feeling you. I think you just got to say I'm feeling you. This way you get to be the free. You get to feel it out without overstepping the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Here's a crazy thing. A lot of times, like I have friends of mine that are studs, right? And they be like, yo, son, they be hard, right? Like, yo, I'm saying, yo, motherfuckers, blah, 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 blah. We going to the bar. You coming? Nah, I got to go pick up my daughter. And I'm like, your daughter? Like, how you got daughter and cornrows? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, this idea of the fact of how people, how they present, masculine, feminine. It's all kind of, it's and I'm learning too, but it's on a spectrum. But the idea is being attracted to somebody is being attracted to somebody. Whatever whatever box you put yourself in or whatever. My first wife, super feminine, she had a girlfriend, and she really didn't like dudes, but she liked me, and we got married. I can't remember how long we were married, but we got married because she liked me. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she in general didn't like men in general, but she liked me. So I mean, I don't. It's a real specific thing. So I just think you got to treat somebody like a human being. You know what I mean? And if you're honest, I'm feeling you. What's up? I mean, I see you buzzing around me. Like, what's up? And
when I was out with her, I was like, "Does your girlfriend know you're with me?" And she was like, "No." So she's
don't do
sneaking.
that. Don't even do that. It's her
Don't even
response.
say
It's
that.
her. It's her responsibility to maintain her relationship. It's not your responsibility. She's the one that made the commitment. You didn't make a commitment to her girlfriend. You feel me? Now I'm not saying you could. Saying if it's a best friend or something. I'm not condoning that. But somebody, somebody is in a situation where, like it's her responsibility. This is interesting too because I tell guys all the time you can't make somebody do, you can't make people do what you want them to do. They're gonna do what they want to do, no matter what. You just have to create yourself to be the best option. And when you make yourself the best option, right? Then people stick around. And if you're constantly working on being the best version of yourself, then they stay around. Like I was talking about, I got a lot of old bitches that keep sliding back in. Oh, hey, happy Father's Day. I just, my my son just got a great job. I'm doing well. And I'm like, yo, give me some butt. Like, give me some butt. Like, stop. I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. Stop playing with me. This phone call, I don't know you. This phone call is about something that's in the back of your head. And I think when you're upfront like that, first of all, people laugh. You find women to laugh. They'll laugh because it's just, they just think that I'm so absurd because I'm so honest. But it's also a situation where it's just honest. Like, we know what this is. You know what I mean? If she's sneaking out with you and her girlfriend don't know, you know what I mean? Why? Why would she do that if she wasn't interested? Now,
exactly.
She might not cross that line. She might not be willing to cross that line. She might just be doing it for the attention. But then that's up to you. How much do you enjoy her company? Do you enjoy her company beyond just you smashing? Or do you really enjoy her company? And I think sometimes we don't really ask those questions. But being authentic, even when it comes to that, is fine. I mean, I forget where I was in. I think I was in Cincinnati. And I was doing shows. And this chick was like, hey, what's up? I just want to, where you staying? And she was like, I wasn't really feeling it. She was like a 5 or 6, right? But she was like, oh, my cousin likes you too. And I was like, oh, word? Like a 5 and a 6, that's 11. You know what I mean? I was like, why not? But then she was like, oh, I don't think my cousin is going to find a babysitter. And I was like, well, if your cousin finds the babysitter, holla at me. I'll be around. So I was like, you can't come by yourself. You can come with your cousin. You know what I mean? And people might look at that as a negative thing. But look, I get to make the choice the way I want, just like they get to make their choice about what they want. And if we deal with it on that level, you know what I'm saying? If we deal with it from that level, it's just we both are the same. We get to make these decisions. Okay? Make sense?
So you think just going hard for the kill? Just tell her what
I mean, she's definitely sniffing around. She's sniffing around. She's sniffing the cheese in the mousetrap. You know what I mean? So find out what's up. Find out what's up. You feel me? I mean, it can't hurt you to ask. So, and if you ask and she says no, oh, my bad. We still cool. And that is it. You know what I mean? Like beating around the bush trying to figure out what it is instead of just asking what it is makes it much easier, and it doesn't give you the stress. You feel me?
I feel like she's not sure. Like she don't
Yeah,
know.
of course.
In the back of her head, she wants
But
it,
you
but
gotta
she
ask.
don't know. Yeah.
But if you ask,
Yeah.
then she's gotta make a decision.
Yeah.
And then if you're not, if you don't really enjoy her company, be like, yo, holla at me when you get your cousin. You know what I mean? It's just that simple, you know?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thanks for
All
calling,
right,
bro.
brother. Stay up.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day. I got a super chat. First of all, somebody, oh man, Hyoga, thank you. I follow from Costa Rica. So basically I need to keep my focus. Is it right to ignore them if they're not interested? Absolutely. It's all right. Understand something. It's all right to ignore somebody when they're not operating on the level that you want them to operate on. You don't have to put up with people's nonsense. Here's a question, Hyoga. Do they put up with you if you're not interested? If they're not interested in you, they'll drop you like a hot potato. Rocky's in the tag in the chat. Let's see. Let me put this up too. Axe Toledo, my brother, you changed my life and trajectory in 2015 after a divorce from Black Phillip, Beige Phillip, man school. Went from friend zone to end zone. Thank you. That's dope, man. Thank you, brother. Xavier, thank you for the super chat. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, brother. Thank you on the Father's Day gift. Thanks again for all y'all do is life-changing. Your guidance has propelled me to reach further for myself. Just got married, and I have the life I always wanted. Man, I'm living for that. Got a phone call. Let's get that.
To accept, press 1.
Where you calling from, family?
What's going on, boss? Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. What's going on? How can I help you?
So, there's this girl I'm dealing with.
You got to close that window. I don't know if you driving?
No, it's just windy outside.
Okay.
Is it bad? Is it real bad?
No, I'm good. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Here, let me put my headphones. Take my headphones off. That might help. Okay. What was I saying? So this is really cute girl I'm dealing with, and like, following your advice, my level in women that I'm attaining is going a lot higher. So
right.
I'm like playing with like new stakes and stuff. She's super cute, but I can't. I try to kind of, I got off the text to try to call her. We talked on the phone a little bit. She got busy and stuff. Like, at what point does it become too much on one side? And like, I feel like right now I was reaching out like it's too one-sided, and I'd rather just leave it as it is. And let
if
her
you
hit me
feel
up
like it's too one-sided, then it is.
Okay.
Like you gotta trust your instinct, because here's the thing: no matter what happens, if you're doing too much and you feel like you're doing too much, there's a feeling that you get about that. You know what I mean? And if you even if you do too much and you get her, what happens afterwards? Then we resent them because we did too much, and that's really unfair to them. You can't be mad at somebody because they don't like you. And sometimes it's not even that they don't like you. Sometimes you just didn't present properly. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes there was a situation where she's lost, they're going through, maybe their mom died or they got breast cancer or they got, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what people are going through. And so I think
that actually did happen to her too. You're right. That literally is the thing. So I take that into account as well, because the grieving process is pretty hard.
But understand this as well, that you also have to be in a situation she's also that's not your girl. She's not your responsibility. Do you know?
No, not at all.
So you decide. We make a decision. We're constantly making a decision about how much we want to involve ourselves. What does this relationship cost, as opposed to what do I want to do? What do I want to give? What do I not want to give? What do I want to do? And you get to decide that. What I'm saying is men, women, everybody gets to decide to what extent they want to deal with something. And there's nothing wrong with it. If you're short, if your temper is or your patience is short, you get to be patient with short. There's an outcome because of that. You know what I'm saying? If you jump out the window every time, but you also don't have to deal with somebody's nonsense, man. It's funny. I have a friend of mine years ago, and I was dealing with this girl, and she was like, like she was kind of broken because she was giving away the gooch out of both pants legs. You know what I'm saying? She was very promiscuous, and I didn't really care at the time because I was doing my thing. But I asked her, I asked her, listen, just do me a favor, don't sleep with my friends. I don't care, you got a man already, whatever, just don't sleep with my friends. But she slept with my friends anyway. I didn't even say anything. I didn't stress her about it. I just stopped talking to her. And then I said, she was trying to swing back, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. And she was like, oh, you scared of me? You scared of me? I go, nah, I wasn't trying to put her on blast, but I was like, I'm not scared of you, just slept with all my friends. And if you think that they're viable, then you don't deserve me. That's honestly how I felt. So we stopped talking. But she ended up having a baby with my best friend. Like, my best friend was sliding behind my back too. He was doing some dirt dog shit, but it's whatever. It's in the past. But what I said to him is when he was like, yo, I really like her, such and such. And I go, listen, I know you like her, but understand something. She smashed a lot of dudes, and she smashed me. So if you can't be with somebody because we're friends, if you can't be with somebody and let it go and let it move, I'll move past it. I'm not gonna bring it up, rub it in your face. But in your own brain, and so anyway, he had a baby with her, the whole nine, and then he spent the whole relationship punishing her because she slept with me. And she really loved the dude. You know what I mean? Like, it was but emotionally he couldn't get past it. So it's unfair for you to allow to tolerate certain things and then be mad at somebody because they tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? So you always here's the rule of thought is, give only what you can give without any return. You understand? Don't do more than you're comfortable doing, because if you do more than you're comfortable, if you don't get the return back what you want, then you're gonna resent the person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's also the thing, I guess, what is not confusing, because I don't take certain things. Like, I think certain people, like a lot of dudes especially, like blow certain things out of proportion. Like, they'll see like the barista be nice to him, and they think that they want to get attracted to him or something like that, right?
Sure. I'm counseling a guy right now that does that every time he meets a pretty girl. But that has to do with that has to do with the fact that he has low self-esteem, and so I'm trying to help him understand why he does these things so that he can stop doing them. So the girl shows him some energy and maybe whatever, and then he's spending all kinds of money, and it's just like dog, she has not your company. If you're being the best version of yourself, understand this, that your company is more than enough. So,
for sure.
Okay.
What's confusing though? Sorry, I don't mean to keep I don't want to take other people's time.
Go ahead, real quick.
Like the last thing. So she came, I texted her. She didn't return it. Then she see me out in public. She came up to my cousin and I started chopping it up with us and all this and that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what she wants to do. Now, if you don't want to, I mean, you can confront that or not. But if you're texting her,
no, it wasn't the problem.
But here's what I'm saying: if you're texting her and she's not texting you back, it's because she don't want to.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you was Drake, right, and you texted her and she thought it was going to be a come up, she would make sure she hit you back, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, that's how you got to look at it. People do what they want to do. You know? People do what they want to do. Okay?
Yeah, appreciate you, Dante. I had your problems there.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Let me go through the call. I was waiting for the call. Am I wrong to be happy single with no female interaction? That's from Jed70. The only thing I would say to that, Jeds, is if you're happy, that's fine. I mean, sometimes it takes a lot. But the real question is, are you happy? Are you happy with no female interaction? Are you really happy? If you are, I mean, that's not something anybody will tell you. Anybody that does the consultation with me, anybody that talks to me about stuff or whatever, I don't judge. I do not judge about what you want and how you perceive your life. You get to choose that. But I caution you to be honest with yourself about what you're really feeling, and don't let fear and doubt and lack of self-esteem and trauma make you think something is that it's not. Yeah, you played yourself says it's also, let me say, it's also exhausting, be inauthentic, and it's tiring to the soul. Absolutely. But you don't know that until you start being authentic. It's so easier, so much easier when you start telling the truth. Yes, thank you, Rocky. Hit the like button, share this with somebody who's not, yeah. So that's dope. And I will work on that Google Voice for England, since we got 2 English calls from London in one time, and I'm not sure how to do that, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure that out, how to get the calls, and maybe I'll set up WhatsApp. Maybe I'll change everything over to WhatsApp. Who knows? C Hang sent me $4.99 super chat. Since it's Father's Day, what's the best advice from a father or father figure to have that anybody has given you besides you? Oh man, I guess my dad said to me, respect is a two-way street. You got to give it to get it. And he always told me that your word is everything. Once you break your word, then nothing you say matters. So thank you, Sihang. Happy Father's Day, bro. Thanks, Gene. Got divorced, happily living together with another woman, still applying the wisdom. Everything is going great. Ready to take the L. Is still a classic. And thank you, Dante. Thank you, Gene. What's interesting even about that is I don't even call it taking an L. Because if you're in a situation where you're unhappy and you leave it, you're winning. Because if you stay, then what you're doing is you're giving people an opportunity to be abusive. And you don't want to do that. It's move that toxicity around. You want to find true happiness, is you got to surround yourself around people that want to see you win. Rocky, let's see what you got to say today. Can you speak on lazy girls that won't hold their weight in the relationship? I feel like a lot of us are dealing with women that just want to be taken care of but haven't earned it. I think that Rocky, I would say to that is you have to set the boundaries of what you expect. And if you're not going to set the boundaries that you want and you're putting up with it, it's and I see y'all going back, Xander and Rocky going back and forth. Let's keep it kosher. But keep in mind, man. Keep in mind that if you set the boundaries and somebody doesn't meet your boundaries, then you got to go. People are going to do what they want. You can't make them do what you want to do. Phone lines are open. Let me put the number up. 929-269-4922. I'm sorry for the international callers. They can't get through. But man, thanks for calling though. I really appreciate it. I will next time I go out, I'll figure out how to do that. So we could definitely get those calls. What else? Happy Father's Day from Jules. Thank you, brother. No, I did not hear. Somebody sent me a message saying that Sneeko got punched in his mouth by a security guard. Man, let me say this, dude. I really, a lot of times when I see dudes, and especially dudes that I've that I've counseled. If y'all know Sneako's down with the fresh and fit dudes, and I'm, I remember him as a younger dude, and he was confiding in me and stuff, and he used to keep me on speed dial. But Sneako's a grown man. He's gonna make his decisions. But I think what happens is a lot of times when we haven't really dealt with our own trauma. We're searching. So, he goes from Muslim to this and MMA fighter to this, to that, to whatever, And over and over again, what you find is people make these mistakes over and over again because of the fact that they're operating, they're just not being honest with themselves. And so, and empathetic. Like one of the things about Sneeko, I don't think he's really empathetic. I think that he clout chases, and the problem when people, whenever here's the thing, I think it's a Maya Angelou quote where she says, you can't take the accolades from people because if you pick up the accolades, you got to also pick up the criticisms. What that means is it goes back to a principle that I've said 1,000 times, which is never let anybody define you, because if you do, it won't be long till you ain't shit. And it's so true. It's like when you get into a situation where you have allowed other people to give you the validation of who you are and what you are, you also have to deal with the fact that when you become a person who, these same people who knows what their credibility is and anything, they're judging you on a level that you could never understand, and now because they think you're trash, you're trash. I don't have the following that Fresh and Fit has, or Kevin Samuels, or Sneeko, or any of these dudes. I mean, we're trying to build that. We're building this thing, and I mean, all of y'all that are on the live and y'all are listening and loyal fans, but I would rather have loyal fans who know that I'm authentic, know that I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass, know that I'm not going to bullshit you, and stick with me in a real way so that you don't have to question what my integrity is, as opposed to being in a situation where I get people who are just, they're just following because it's a trend. Sure, I don't mind that either. But I really want to be authentic in what I do and how I do it, and that's the most important thing to me. And y'all are important to me, man. Y'all are important, man. It's nothing that, I mean, you have no idea on Father's Day, man. I got dudes calling me all the way across the pond from London, and I mean, I have dudes from Australia and from Dubai, and Mongolia. We've had calls from Mongolia, and we've had calls from we've got calls from studs and so on and so forth. It's just an unfortunate thing that, I mean, it's a great thing that people are authentically, but you have to understand when you start to embark upon this idea of credibility and authenticity and empathy, you become a commodity. Like, this is what people don't understand. You become a commodity. You are a commodity. Because think about it, if any one of you that's listening to this right now, how many of you know guys who are tell the truth all the time, show up when they say they're going to show up, and still are kind enough, even though they maintain a level of power and a level of control over their life, are not abusive to other people? That is so rare. As soon as people get power, they treat people like trash. Because they can. But when you do that, when you look back at it, then you're ashamed of yourself. And if you're not ashamed of yourself, understand you're a sociopath. That you can look at another human being, treat them like trash, and then and not have any feelings about that. That's nuts, man. Phone lines is open, 929-269-4922, 929-269-4922. Don't forget the Cash App. If y'all want to Cash App me, y'all can go $ Dante Nero. You can Cash App me there. Super Chat me. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Man, my AC cut off. I don't know what happened here. But, whew, I mean, it's a good time. Let me see. Xavier's let me put this up real quick. Goes, Xavier says, fresh and fit, and all of them ain't ready for this wisdom yet. They will, though. Just keep at it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Xavier. Yeah, and you know, a lot of dudes, I mean, this is interesting. If y'all look at the, check out the Man School YouTube channel. We put up a while back, we put up a thing about academics. Academics is all bound up now. I think might have a sex charge now, but I mean, that's what we talked about. We talked about the fact that he, you know, was all that rah-rah, and then he was simping. 50 text messages. Just call me. I'm trying to call you. Why you not calling me back? Blah, blah, blah. And then the girl responds back, you're a clown. You know, I know you with somebody. It's okay. It's just like, and I don't even take any joy in that because, man, maybe I wasn't in it that bad, but I mean, we've all been in that situation when we felt like, you know, our emotions were out of control. Man, where's the empathy for that? Where's the empathy for understanding that everybody gets God? You know, so as much as we joked about it and we put him on blast, but we put him on blast because there's hypocrisy. But I don't want to see nobody go through that, man. That's painful. That's real painful. You played yourself. Thank you for your thoughts on that. I appreciate you. I'll be hitting you up for a consultation myself one of these days. You do that, bro. You do that. Do it before it's too late. Do it before it's too late. The problem with a lot of dudes is they don't hit me up until it goes left. One-on-one consultations, hit DanteNero.com, click on consult. Also, don't forget Patreon. Patreon is at patreon.com, manschool202. I do bonus content. Me and Harry, we actually do a whole thing, and we do an extra show doing, you know, content about technique and like kind of the inner workings and stuff, the stuff that we don't do publicly. Not that if you call me on the live that I won't give it up. But yeah, you know, check out the Patreon. Don't forget the consultations. Also, if y'all wanna help me keep this shit moving, hit me on the Cash App. There's the Cash App. I will also be putting up a QR code so that you can get the QR code. And I'm also gonna work on that international number. That's next. Phone numbers are up. 929-269-4922. I got to get ready to get out of here, y'all. So I know I only been on for an hour, but I'll take one more call. I'm going to give y'all 3 minutes for one more call. If we get one more call, if they come and keep rolling, I'll keep talking. I'll go a little longer, but I got to get out of here. Got to go and make the donuts, man. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Here's another thing I don't think that we talk about enough is that what you have to understand is if anybody out there has kids or they want to have kids, the importance for you getting your stuff together, getting yourself together, super important because when you have a child, your child looks at you as the model for how they see manhood. Let me say that again. You are the model from which your son and your daughter sees manhood. So when you're doing trife, kind of shady stuff, what happens is you're teaching your son how to be shady. If you're not authentic, if you're not credible, if you're abusive, if you take advantage of situations, you will teach that to your children. Understand that. And there's nothing you can do about that because they're going to watch you. Whatever you think is happening, they're watching you, what you do. They're not listening. You know, on occasion they're listening to what you say, but most of the time they're watching what you do. Here's the other thing. If you got a daughter, right, the F-boy shit you do, right, you're teaching your daughter to put up with dudes who do that F-boy shit. So you literally condemn your children to the same realm that you're in now. This realm of, not being in control, not setting boundaries, not being able to dictate what your life looks like and what your happiness looks like. You're doing that. You don't want to do that, man. I mean, I think about my little dude every day when I think about it, and I think about that I got to be a better dude so that he has a representation of what manhood looks like. And that's one thing I want to say in terms of fatherhood, man. You have to. You don't even have a choice. This is why I say, even when you're in a relationship, you're in a abusive relationship. You have to either fix it or get out, because the abuse that happens in that home, the trauma that happens in that home, it's contagious. You give that trauma to your kids. They witness it, they mimic it, and they become you. The woman will become your trifling ass wife, and your son will become you trifling, and all the nonsense and all the things all the nonsense that you allow to creep into your life. Don't do that to your kids, man. It ain't fair. They don't deserve that. They deserve a better you. They deserve a better you. So give them that. Give them a better you. Give them a model that they can be proud of. Why not? And this is crazy. I'm talking about this on Father's Day because it's so important. Guys who are even like half-step in their lives, half-step in their truth, half-step in their credibility, man, you gotta practice. And trust me, when I put guys through the whole program, the first thing I gotta teach you is how to be honest. You would think, oh, I just tell the truth. Nah, man, you've been lying so long you don't know how to tell the truth. Shout out to Jules. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Jules said 85%. I say this all the time. If you are 85% truthful, that's the definition of a liar. Understand that. So let me talk about this real quick, and then I'm gonna shut this down. Xavier, thank you for the super chat, bro. My dad was like that. He was shady. He had a lot of guilt from that because I lacked the guidance, and I took after him. Fatherhood is hella important, absolutely, because you watch these things and then you mimic them. You absolutely have to. This is important. Look, if you're not gonna have kids and you want to be shady and you want to live your life like that, I get it, man. Actually, I don't get it, but who am I to judge? But if you're gonna bring somebody else on this earth and have some offspring, you deserve your child to have a representation of a positive representation of what manhood is. And the only way you can do that, you can't tell them, you can't give them a book. You have to be that representation. You have to be that model. And if you're not, I promise you that your kid will do the same things over and over. They listen to you, but they watch you more. Keep that in mind. Eric Penaranda, I guess that's it. Do you feel like there's any truth to what Fresh and Fit and those guys are saying? Sure. I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. A lot of the stuff that they're saying, is stuff that they jacked. If they didn't jack it from Kevin, they jacked it from Patrice. These guys, understand that these guys grew up watching Patrice and I on Black Phillip, me on Beige Phillip. These guys grew up watching our stuff, watching our content. They're just better at social media than us. So, of course, they're going to get, but the problem with this is if you don't live this, if you don't work at living these principles, at the core, we're not talking about the Bugatti or the fast car, we're talking about on a basic principle of character. We see dudes like Will Smith, Johnny. I mean, like I was talking about this the other day. The Drake and these dudes are fighting because they all smashing the same chick. And why are they smashing the same chick? It's all ego. It is allowing emotion to have a seat at the table. So these guys get into beefs and all kinds of stuff over the same 34. Cypher Sound's a good friend of mine. And he was like, yo, it's a group of about 40 chicks that are all of them smash. And they pass them back and forth. They the baddest chicks. They're on the they're all in the vicinity at these parties. And they smash one dude, then they get to come up and smash the other dude, then they smash Rick Ross, and they smash. Like, this is where all the beef comes from. Because y'all have no self-esteem. You have money, power, and prestige, and no self-respect, no core principles that guide who you are. And if you don't have that, dog, you are wide open. You are always going to do some F-boy shit. You know, it just happens. Last chance, call in 929-269-4922. I'm getting ready to shut this down. I'm going to give y'all maybe, let me see, 1, 2, 3 minutes. I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes to call in. If we don't get a call in 2 minutes, I am out. Don't forget, y'all, like I said, 929-269-4922. Let me see. Don't forget the Patreon, y'all. Patreon is at, check out the Patreon at Manschool202. Bonus content, technique, and game. You want to support us. Happy Father's Day, y'all. If I helped you and you want to support, cash at me at DanteNero.com. I mean, Dante Nero, $ Dante Nero. And don't forget the one-on-one consultations. Y'all know how to get me. One-on-one consultations at DanteNero.com. Click on consult. Yo, I just want to say happy Father's Day to everybody out there, to the fathers that are here, the fathers that are to be, the fathers that are not and will be. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I all love all the love. Shout out to all of the 2 brothers that called from the UK. Thank you, man. That's dope, man. And brothers from Australia and all kinds of other stuff, and everybody else, and the dudes who calling me locally. Man, I love y'all, man. I love y'all to death. I will see you Tuesday, 8:30. Tuesday, 8:30. Let's rock out. CYBB gets the ball. WWD, what would Dante do? Sexual Revolution being podcasting. I love y'all, man. Peace. We out of here.